This demonstration is looking at some simple pen studies of tropical fish. Now the aim of this isn't to have the most detailed drawings, but to have an understanding of shape, patterns and tones. To create an effective page, it is important to vary your scale, how close you're looking at the images and so on with the different studies on the page. So here you can see I'm completing my first one quite large, and I'm completing it in a thick black pen. Now I initially drew up the image with pencil to make sure I got it correct. Now with this drawing I'm going to look at cross-hatching. Now with cross-hatching, how you show your darker and lighter areas is by having the lines closer together or further apart. The closer your lines are together, the darker the image will appear, and if you gradually space them out further, you'll be able to get the effect of graduating tone. Now, as this isn't to be a terribly detailed study, I have kept the basic shapes fairly simple, and I have just looked at how light and dark those are in terms of how closely I want to space out my cross-hatched marks. Where appropriate, such as in the large fin towards the bottom, my lines are following the lines that you can see on the actual fish's fin. This helps to show the shape a little bit better. Another thing with this dark pen, where you have areas that appear almost completely black, you can put those in a solid colour. For the next fish, you can see I've looked at a much smaller and simpler fish, and I'm simply just working with a black biro. Again, it was sketched up first using a pencil to make sure I got the shape right, and similarly to the last one, I am using quite simple cross-hatching to complete this study. Focus is on the line and pattern, and you can see it up just in the little picture. It's centre row to the far right. I've taken another one from this same image. This is now the centre fish because I found the shape quite interesting. And again, it's a focus on understanding the shape of that fish, making sure I'm getting its outline correct. And then I'm adding some very basic details in with the black pen. My last small study is just of a little goldfish. You'll notice that he is facing the opposite way to the other fish. Having a variety with this will make it a little bit more of an interesting image. Now, as I've done 3 small and 1 large image, for my last one I'm going to do a bigger study, and I'm going to look at a seahorse. Now this doesn't show the entire seahorse, it is a closer up of the kind of head and torso section, and you can see that it does overlap the other images. It is sitting slightly behind 2 of the other fish drawings. This again will make the page a little bit more interesting. I'm still working with a similar very simple crosshatch technique, but we don't need to see a lot of detail in these studies. We're just looking at where you can see shadows in the image and adding some of those in on the drawing. As this one was overlapping 2 of the other images, I wanted to help it stand out a little bit more. So I thought I would add a little bit of colour. So once I'd completed the black and white kind of tonal study, I got a red pen and added in a little bit of additional colour. And there you can see the finished page. Give it a go.